Well, anybody out there involved in the markets, anybody watching the economy, anybody looking at the metals, gold, and silver, many people that's been watching this have said for the longest time, the whole market's rigged, everything's rigged. You hear it time and time again, but very rarely do we get the proof, bombshell evidence that something huge is going on. Well, now we have DB deciding that they're going to turn against this cartel, and they did this in trying to settle this dispute over silver. Now, in doing so, they also agreed to provide cooperation to plaintiffs, including the production of instant messages and other electronic communications like emails, as part of the settlement. In this, they admit that this whole thing with silver was rigged. And many expect that now that they have turned, that much more information is going to come out of this whole precious metals rigging, and it's going to prove that what people were saying all along is right, that it's been rigged all along. Now, it wasn't long after that. It says here that this was confirmed when Reuters reported that DB has also reached a settlement in U.S. litigation alleging the bank conspired to fix gold prices. So, in other words, hours after admitting that they were rigging the silver market, they did the same for gold. And is anyone paying attention? And you hear the stories when people say that the whole thing's engineered and that they're printing money out of thin air, and that they can make this thing collapse at any time, and that when it does, it will be by design. Well, what you're seeing now is one of the big dogs, one of these big banks that have basically turned on the rest of them, and whatever they're going to spill, the beans they're going to spill from here is going to expose a lot. So maybe it's all them being exposed that sets this thing into motion. And who knows what they might try to do to escape out the back door. They may send the whole thing crashing down if all these banks see that the gig's up, that they're all about to get exposed. It's something to pay attention to here. You have one of the biggest banks out there admitting that they were rigging the silver and gold markets. That's pretty huge, if you ask me. While the rest of the people continue to sleep, hopefully some of you are paying attention to what's going on here. I'll leave a link with more information, and it goes into greater detail here into exactly what's going on, what's in the settlement, what they've agreed to, and what they expect from here. So I'll leave links. Make sure to tune in to Real Talk Live Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It will be on Spiro's channel. And make sure to tune in to Dabu 77 this weekend, as I will be live streaming from D.C., where multiple groups are going to be converging in D.C. for this one last rally that they're going to put on, and a bunch of sit-ins come early Monday morning. And we're going to be on the ground up there trying to get the tail end of this whole thing, trying to get as many interviews as we can, and asking some very hard questions to some of the leaders of some of these groups that we've been looking into thoroughly here. And in the end, we'll give our final thoughts on what we believe came of this whole Democracy Spring event and the other groups involved. So make sure to tune in. You can always catch the live events on undergroundworldnews.com/live feeds.